We're live with Lunch Break Live. Oh my gosh, Janet, take it away. Let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking. I have these oyster mushrooms in my hand. So yes, we're going to be making pizzas today. And usually, I'll add any favorite toppings that I have in the fridge whenever I make little pizzas. But little pizzas are the way to go for me. I like them small, and you can still share these with someone else if you like. But yeah, so that's what we're working on today. And so right now I am cutting some oyster mushrooms. I also have these wild little tomatoes. I forget the exact name of them, but they're different colors, and that's why I wanted to use them for today's pizzas. So we have yellow and red, and we also have like a brown red one as well. All right, and the oven is ready for the pizza to go in whenever the pizza is ready.
Okay, now I have to ask you about these mushrooms again. Which ones are they? And can you show us those mushrooms? Because when you showed me earlier, I was like, oh, look at these. Oh my gosh.
I love these. I love these because of like their meaty, fatty texture. So they make a great plant-based meat alternative, like for any dish, I think at least. So oyster mushrooms are my favorite to use for that fatty, meaty texture to use in meals and dishes.
We have a question. Do you cook them ahead of time or you just put them straight up on the pizza?
Great question. So yeah, we're going to saute them really quickly before we put them on the oven. Well, like before I put them on the crust. But yeah, good question. So we'll be doing that in just a moment once I cut everything up. And then actually the kale, I just place it on top of the pizza like a few minutes after that's almost done.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so everybody, I have to tell you, Janet is the Los Angeles field organizer for the Humane League. She works on incredible campaigns and organizes with folks here in the Los Angeles area. She's also been an animal rights activist for as long as I've known you. And she's a cat lover and an earth lover, y'all. This gal is committed to improving the planet for animals and humans every single day. Yes, so we're going to hear a little bit more about that. Now, back to you, because I know that you're doing, what do you have there?
Oh, so these are my little peppers, my little bell peppers. So right now I only have orange. So we'll only be using orange for these couple pizzas that we'll be making right now. But yeah, so this is what these are. And then we'll also be sauteing these very briefly with the mushrooms and the cherry tomato. Actually, no, we'll leave out the cherry tomatoes. We don't want to saute those at all. So it will only be those two in just a moment.
I love it. Now, how did you get your start with the Humane League, and what would you like to share with us while you're making this delicious pizza? Take it away.
Thanks, Paige. So yes, I got started with the Humane League as a volunteer and intern some years ago. I think this is maybe almost 3 to 4 years ago. And I started as a grassroots outreach intern with THL. And I fell in love with it. Like I learned that's what I wanted to do full time as an animal rights activist. And so I got hired with THL in September 2019. And so I've been with them for almost 2 years now. And I just can't imagine myself doing anything else but advocating for animals. And so right now we are currently taking action to support Prop 12. So, and if anyone is new to hearing about Prop 12 bans cages for egg-laying hens, mother pigs, and baby cows. So mother pigs will be out of gestation crates and baby cows will be out of veal crates. And then hens will be out of cages. And so right now, so Prop 12 goes into full effect in January 2022, and we need to take action to hold producers accountable. And so if anyone who's listening and watching right now wants to get involved and take action, please email me. And Paige, you might have my email address handy. If anyone wants, whoever's listening and wants to get involved, who's in the LA region, they can email me. And let's say if you're outside of the Los Angeles region, please email my colleague. Her name is Miranda. And Paige, I did ask her if I could share her email address, and she said yes. So please let me know when I can give you her email address so we can also contact her.
Absolutely. Okay, we'll get to that and I'll definitely put it in the chat. Look at this, everybody. Oh my gosh. What do you have there?
So I use coconut oil to cook most of the time. Sometimes I'll use grapeseed or avocado oil, but today I'm going to use coconut oil to saute these veggies really quick and the mushrooms. So that's just going to take hopefully a few minutes. But yeah, that's what these are.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, if you're just joining us, we are here with Janet Martinez, field organizer for Los Angeles for the chapter of the Humane League. We have mushrooms in here. We have peppers and we have kale and some tomatoes, although I think you're avoiding the tomatoes. Yes. And oh my gosh, we're making pizza. It's a pizza party, y'all. Plant-based pizza party. Yes. So get out your favorite plant-based crust and take it away. Look at all these delicious veggies. Back to you, Janet. All the way.
I would love to hear what others who are listening or watching right now, what they like to put on their pizzas or like what their favorite toppings are. So, I mean, I feel like we can do almost anything we want with a pizza. So I would love to hear what others like. Share.
Are you adding some seasoning to your veggies?
I am adding just some black pepper right now, and I am also about to add, let's see what else I can find here. A little bit of garlic salt.
Yes.
But I am gonna add some fresh garlic to the pizza before I put it in the oven in just a moment because that's my favorite. I love fresh garlic. Is that a bad thing? I hope not.
It's a great thing. It's amazing.
Okay, good. Everyone knows you eat garlic, right?
Right. Now, do we need to prep the crust to get ready for these veggies? What are your thoughts?
Yes. All right. Okay, so here's one little pizza crust. All right, and then I'm gonna add some marinara sauce, and this one I got from Trader Joe's. It's their traditional marinara sauce. You can't go wrong with whichever one you enjoy, either mushroom or the one that has garlic for those garlic lovers out there. So let's see. I do like my pizzas extra saucy, so I might add a little too much. But I like it. I like it that way.
Okay, now here's the question. We want to know about that crust because you definitely want to turn around a pre-made crust and make sure they didn't put egg in it because sometimes that can happen, right? So let's see what you got here so we know what to eat.
So I found this one at Whole Foods. And so the ingredients are organic cornmeal crust, organic unbleached wheat flour, water, non-GMO organic cornmeal, non-GMO organic soybean oil, yeast, and salt. So if anyone is wondering exactly which one it is, I'm not sure if you can get a good
good look. And it's organic, even the Vocolo. So definitely I've seen them around pre-made. Just double check and make sure. So yes, right now, as you can see, we have Janet over at the stovetop. She is pre-cooking those veggies. And oh my goodness, what next?
Ooh, okay, so while I do this, I just remembered that I also, so I really love kale as well. It's like kale and mushrooms, please, on everything and anything. So what I like to do is I also like to add like tiny pieces of the kale onto the marinara sauce, and then I'll add the cheese on top. So then like when you take a bite, you kind of also have some kale covered in marinara sauce and cheese, and I love it. So it's like a little bit of a double layer of kale because I'll also add more at the very top of the pizza as a
Amazing. Okay, now tell us, you have been an animal lover, you said your whole life. You love cats and you love the earth. So what are some things you'd like people to know about you in regards to some of the work you do with cats and the earth? Go for it.
Thanks, Paige. So I became a cat mom for the first time about 7 years ago. I was actually allergic to cats as a kid. And then I gradually started to expose myself to cats, like from friends and other family members. And then my first kitty, her name's Kai. She hasn't made an appearance yet, but she might not. She might, but she likes to hang out when Kale's on the counter. But she showed up in my backyard. She was only a tiny little baby. She was about 2 to 3 weeks old. And I took her in. I had no idea I was going to keep her, but I started to spend a lot of money because she was injured when I found her. And so I decided to keep her. And then we had a feral mama cat just having babies in the backyard, like every other 5 to 6 months. So eventually we brought all of them in. So now I have 7 cats at home. But Kai is the one that will most likely say hi to you. All the other cats are very shy and timid. But yeah, and so she was pretty much my first big animal love. And then after that, I started to volunteer at a kitty shelter. And then I was not vegan yet, actually. And then I became vegan while I was volunteering there. And then I started to think about farm animals while I was there, thinking how cat shelters and dog shelters need help and they don't have enough volunteers. And I started to think about who's taking care of farm animals. Like, no one is. And so that's what got me also into animal rights activism. That was one part, but many other things got me into animal rights activism as well. But Kai was pretty much who really opened me up to really thinking about all animals and not just dogs and cats. So she's like my best little teacher ever. But
so sweet. Okay, now you have that cheese there. Everybody was wondering which one you're using. Would you mind holding it up? It's 365, everyone. Yes, plant-based cheddar. There's so many brands out now. It's incredible. Make sure you check the label as well. I'm sorry, love. Can you scooch it to the side just so that we can see your beautiful pizza? And just so you know, double check, make sure there's no eggs or what they say is milk, which is the dairy from the cow. So you want to make sure, for allergy reasons as well as ethical reasons. Which one is this now? This cheese. Ooh.
So I like extra everything. So I am using a little bit of Trader Joe's vegan mozzarella style shreds. If you haven't tried this yet, please do. I like to use it for quesadillas as well. I like to melt them onto like inside the taco shells, like crispy, crunchy taco shells, and it's just phenomenal. But okay, so I'm gonna start adding these toppings here to the pizza. So yeah, so here are the mushrooms, the oyster mushrooms, the yellow or the orange bell peppers, and with some black pepper and a little bit of the cherry tomatoes kind of fell in there. But I'm going to go ahead and add these here. So this is going to be kind of like a huge little pizza. That's kind of what it's looking like right now. I am a little extra, so I'm totally cool with it. I kind of see myself just maybe eating a slice of this and being good for a moment. I like to eat in little bits too. But yeah, and then I'm gonna add more kale in a little bit, not yet because I don't want it to burn in the oven. But let me take this one out. All right, so this is what we have right now.
So can you show us, because I think we're going to wind up the show with this, because look at this beauty, you all. And then how long do you cook it in the oven for?
So the instructions say 12 to 15 minutes. So I might leave it all the way to the 15 minutes because I do like my pizza pretty crunchy. And then actually I'm gonna add some fresh garlic on here because we just learned that some of us here really love garlic. So I'm gonna add that. Yes.
Oh my goodness, this has been so much fun. So obviously, everybody, you can really just open up your fridge and see what kind of veggies you have, or maybe you have them on the counter. You're going to go to the farmer's market. You're going to grab what you like, maybe zucchini even. But I mean, kale is important, the garlic essential, and then so many options for plant-based cheeses, y'all. We can just head over there and grab them. Wow, wow, and double wow, wow. How many cloves are you putting on there?
I put around 4, at least 4. I mean, yeah, it's all right.
Okay, don't do anything with that just yet. So everybody, we're going to hang on to that for a moment. We're going to say goodbye to you all while she pops this in the oven. You can see, you can do that too. Cook it for 10 to 15. Okay, make it as crunchy or as cooked as you like. Oh my gosh. Thank you everybody for joining us today on Lunch Break Live. And we'll catch you next time. Head over to, I'm going to put it in the chat, the emails, but head over to the Humane League for more information, how you can get involved. Thank you again, everybody. Appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.